Welcome everyone to MMO Weekly Roundup. In this week's episode, we have Arctic Combat, Path of Exile, and Fiesta Online. And now your host, a man who's not afraid to wear boots with a PC gaming t-shirt.
Okay, I don't know what he's talking about. I mean, I'm in Hyrule for crying out loud, and kind of need to have boots on so that I don't, even if I step in something, it doesn't sneak into my sneakers. And I mean, of course I'm going to wear this. I highly doubt Navi would have a problem. Anyways, moving forward. First up, we're going to start with a camper's haven, also known as Arctic Combat.
Okay, and in Arctic Combat, just like any other game, there is a in-store that is purchased with regular items as well as a premium shop. So if you're wanting to play a game and have the option of completely pimping yourself out with different looks, different weapon skins, and different everything else, this is definitely a game where you can spend a lot of money and a lot of time buying new guns and so forth. And also another thing about the weapons is that they are, some of them are permanent, others are on a weekly or monthly or daily basis. So if you don't mind that, that's something that you can handle. In the actual gameplay, however, the game is quick, and as long as you don't mind seeing the same person over and over again in your spawn spot, killing you time after time after time, this is definitely a game that you can sink your teeth into. How precious. Oh, and one last thing. Did you mention that there would be dying over and over and over again? So if you don't mind being farmed or camped, Arctic Combat is definitely a game that you should check out. Or perhaps you can be the person that everybody's yelling at for camping. But because camping in a no camping zone is strictly prohibited here at MMO Good to Go, we're going to give this game a whopping 3 out of 5.
I haven't seen camping like that since Tim Allen went from jungle to jungle. Anyways, moving forward. Next up, we're going to take a look at a classic style action RPG. Again, it is MMO, and I'm not going to go through and say MMO every time we pull up a new game because everything we do on here is MMO. That's why it's called MMO Weekly. Roll that reel.
One of the great things that make Path of Exile such an outstanding and unique game, in my opinion, is that you have the ability to basically create a character that is initially stuck on one ability or one thing, like say a witch. It can only use magic for a while. Then you can turn that witch, if you wanted to, just for kicks and giggles, into a tank. Why not, right? You have unlimited possibilities with this game. The other thing that you're capable of doing in this is basically all of the weapons that you find, they're not going to be the greatest, but it doesn't matter because you find little orbs on the ground and you use those and they create basically any weapons that you want. So as long as you've got the materials and the ability to purchase anything, you can basically make any weapon. That, to me, is what makes this game truly unique, and it's just overall fun, and it has a lot of playability, allowing you to play the game all over again with different characters and different setups and just different things. Even you can use the same character over and over again and you still have the ability to come off with the game that just feels completely different. On the other hand, there is a drawback. What is it? What could be a drawback on such a great game? The fact that there are only 4 acts in this game. Act 1, 2, 3, and 4, soon to be another one. But that doesn't make a difference because once you get to Act 4, you get to play the game all over again, just a little bit more difficult. If you don't mind that, you don't mind the redundancy, the playing over and over again, and the unique characters that you can create, then this game is right up your alley. I personally enjoy the game, and I have put in a lot of hours into it. But that being said, the game still is only worthy of 4 stars out of 5.
Okay, I think that's a pretty fair assessment. Although I do enjoy Path of Exile, and I play it a lot. I mean, a lot. I always find myself creating a brand new character just because it gets so redundant with one character doing the exact same thing over and over and over. But enough of that. Our final game that we're going to take a look at is going to be in our RPG section. Now, I know that Path of Exile is an RPG, but it's more of an action RPG rather than just straight regular RPG. So in the RPG sections, we're going to be looking at games like Fiesta or Terra and Dragon's Prophet and so forth, the games that are in that type of situations. So for today's episode, we're going to take a look at Fiesta Online.
Fiesta Online. The fancy MMORPG that looks like a children's game or an anime. It's hard to tell, with cute little characters that are just fun to squish. Another thing about the game is that there's a lot of people playing, and the game's been around for quite a while. And it's one of those games where you can just walk in and just pick it up and just start playing. There's a lot of options for new players, and now more than ever with all the added updates and so forth. Of course, you do get a lot of people that are just complete jerks, but that happens in every game, so you really can't base a game off of the people that are jerks, because then you really wouldn't be playing any video game at all.
Another feature that this game has that I think that other games are lacking in is their kingdom quest that they have in this game. It's just a little game basically that is inside the game that pulls you away from the real world that is Isia, and it teleports you into a little quest area that you have quests that you have to complete for it and so forth, but it's with a group of people and you all work together to try to complete a mission. It's really neat, and the video playing in the background is of the newer one, but the older ones like Dragon and so forth, those are just a lot of fun, and a lot of people help each other out, and that's just an opportunity to get to expand and to learn more and meet new people. And that's one thing that I know that Path of Exile does not have, which is the opportunity really to get out of your own personal little bubble. On top of that, after you get all that and you get to a higher level, like in this current video, you have the opportunity to get to see some of the abilities that they have. And honestly, a lot of the abilities, they look pretty neat in my opinion. And with that, we're going to go ahead and give this game a 4 out of 5.
Okay, that's going to do it for this week's episode of MMO Weekly. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down at the bottom. Also, if you hit the thumbs up button or thumbs down, that really helps us out and helps grow the channel. And also leave comments letting me know what you like, dislike, as well as a different genre. Maybe you want to see some flight sims or something to that effect. But again, it is what you're going to want, what you're going to watch, and if it's free. So this is Kelsendale, and these MMOs are good to go.
Hey everybody, Kelsendale here, and I just wanted to take a minute and just apologize to everyone for taking so long to get the video out. I know it doesn't look the greatest. I had a lot of issues with recording it, and hopefully the next production will be a whole lot better next week when it releases. So let me know what you think, and I do know that the quality wasn't the greatest, but I will be working on that. I have so many issues. This should have come out 3, maybe 4 weeks ago, but with all the situations going on, I just couldn't get it to produce properly. So in fact, I don't want anybody to give it a thumbs up. Everybody thumbs down it. So, alright, well, I'll talk to y'all later.